Shang Chi, Marvel, Kevin Feige. I'm so tired of talking about this movie, and it's not even out yet. Renegade Online. All right, well, last night we had a red carpet event for Shang Chi, and of course the title character was there, Simu Liu'z. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. Kevin Feige, of course, was there, and we got this article come out late last night, so I'm recording this video Tuesday morning before I head off for the day. Just going to be a quick one today, folks, because I want to put a few things to rest here. Okay, so Kevin Feige last night hit the red carpet, and of course couldn't help but not leave well enough alone and just move on after Simu Liu'z earlier in the week made a tweet, I think Sunday, where he decided to stick his foot in his mouth. That's the guy playing Shang-Chi, and complain about the comments, the completely understandable, perfectly innocent business comments that was made during the Disney third quarter financial call Thursday last week, where Bob Chapek talked about that Shang-Chi, and I'm paraphrasing only slightly, that Shang-Chi would provide an interesting set of data points. It would be an interesting experiment to see how this would play out given what they've done. And what Chapek was talking about, if you bothered to listen to the call, was he was describing that Disney had already signed a 45-day theatrical window exclusivity agreement with theater chains like AMC, Regal, Marcus Theaters, Cinemark, so on and so forth. Okay, that is in stone. We cannot make the change now. It's done. Otherwise, it's a violation of contract. Now, interestingly, he gave no mention of the Eternals, so I'm starting to think that we're getting close to the point where they'll be signing the contracts for distribution with the theaters for the Eternals, but we're not there yet. So stay tuned for that one. But anyway, Shang-Chi, that's the case. So the experiment would be to see what would happen with the audiences with a 45-day exclusive window for what is really supposed to be the first installment of Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, barring the three, frankly, kind of ho-hum, lackluster shows that they've done on Disney+, that this would get a 45-day theatrical window exclusive, followed by Disney+. Now, there really was no mention one way or the other of whether that access on Disney+ is going to be premiere access after the 45-day window, meaning you're going to pay the $30 at that point. It'll still be in the theaters, and if you want to watch it on Disney+, it'll be $30. I suspect that's where they're going to go. Or if it'll be on there for free, which I doubt it will be eventually, but not after just 45 days. I'd be very surprised at that. So Simu Liu'z decided that those comments were for whatever reason, offensive, because immediately, of course, as woke cuckoo Hollywood loves to do, everything to them is about skin color, about race, about nationality, about frankly what's between your legs and where you put it. That is the end-all be-all to Hollywood these days. Everything that they do or think centers around that. So, of course, this clown decides to basically try to pass Bob Chapek's comments off as a slight to what? People of various Asian nationality and descent. Like, we're not an experiment, we're coming. And so let's read the comments here. Marvel studio boss Kevin Feige addressed the tweet during the premiere, saying of Liu, he's not a shy man. I think in particular, that tweet you can see and I think everyone does, a misunderstanding. I hope he's talking about Simu Liu'z's misunderstanding, because obviously it was his misunderstanding. It was not Chapek's. It was not the intention. The proof is in the movie, and we swing for the fences as we always do. With the amount of creative energy we put in the budget, there's no expense spared to bring this origin story to the screen. Okay, fine. Again, and we're going to get to this in a minute, because I'm not getting any reason to go see this movie. Now, this is the one thing that has bothered me about this Shang-Chi thing, and the Eternals is still a little early. The jury's still out on that one, but nothing so far about the Eternals makes me want to go see it. We're 2 weeks away from this movie, and Marvel Studios has yet to really give us a reason to want to go see it. because of stuff like this. This is all I've heard so far is, Feige also noted that that Shang-Chi's premiere, and this is exactly the problem with Feige Marvel nowadays. Feige also noted that Shang-Chi's premiere, and this was on the red carpet last night for these comments, similarly impactful feel to that of Black Panther's celebrations. Quote, when you have the opportunity to showcase a hero that looks like a huge segment of the globe that feels like they haven't been showcased, the magic can happen if you deliver. I think Destin, Daniel Cretton, and Simu have delivered for this movie. Feige noted, added that a lot of superhero quality in Liu after a lot of reads, a lot of auditions, adding there's no magic formula in finding the right person for Marvel hero. It's a feeling. It's a sense of both, blah, 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 blah. There's nothing about the movie. This is the thing. And the same problem with the Eternals. The first time Kevin Feige was speaking about these things, it's all about representation. I don't care. I don't care. And to say that, feel like that the Asian population has been severely underrepresented in original properties. I don't know. Let me introduce you to some of the biggest ones out. I spent $60 on this. The Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. I have, all of the episodes of Demon Slayer on Blu-ray, and those are made in Japan, not some American knockoff anime, real Japanese anime. Oh, by the way, want some live action? How about original Japanese movies? You ever seen 13 Assassins? It is one of the best movies I have ever watched in my life. It is amazing. I love it to death. Oh, by the way, you want something from China? Let's do China. How about Korea first? How about The Man from Nowhere? I think that was pretty representative. This is a fantastic movie, excellent story, and I don't watch any of these things with English dubs, guys. Everything I watch is subtitles. Let's see if that's not enough. We got Ninja Assassin. We got Genghis Khan. These are all movies that are produced in China, in Korea, in Japan. Oh, and my personal favorite, and this is what had me excited about Shang-Chi. This is Redcliffe. If you notice, one of the names on there is Tony Leung, who is in Shang-Chi. I've watched this movie so many times. This is the 5-hour version. This is the original international version. This was a film that was done by John Woo in China, paid for by China. It's an amazing historical piece. It's beautifully shot, and I love it. So I don't want to hear stupid shit like this, pardon my French, that like we've never had this kind of representation before, or that people, I guess ostensibly like me, are just not going to go see this movie because we don't like Asian people or something. I don't know. But this is the problem, is this is the only reason we've been given to go see this movie tomorrow. And this, by the way, this doesn't include the 20 different classic Jackie Chan movies I own on disc. And I do mean like 20. And I'm talking about the old school stuff going back into the early 80s, like the original Drunken Master, not the Legend of Drunken Master. So I will never understand this line of thinking. I've said this before, is that, Feige's mistake with this movie, with this character, with the Eternals, if they're so important, if these are the characters meant to launch your new Phase 4, which is you're effectively starting the MCU over at this point, let's be honest. You made no bother to introduce even the concept of these characters in Infinity War or Endgame or at any point during the mid to latter half of Phase 3 to at least let people know who these people are, that they exist, and that they'll be coming and why we need to be interested in them. That never happened with Feige. I will fail to understand this at all. But this is what we get. And he compares it to Black Panther, which, by the way, kind of had the same problem, where everything about the movie was centered around the skin color of the cast. Like, this was the end-all, be-all thing. And I think this is another mistake. I think this movie's gonna fail out, not for lack of advertisement, just because there's been no reason given to the fans so far to go see this, at least in my opinion. I mean, if I want to see a martial arts movie, there's plenty of them out there. But I want to know, why do I need to go see Shang-Chi? What is important about this movie for the future of the MCU? What is the future of the MCU? We still have no clue what it is, and we haven't given a reason to re-emotionally invest in this property. I've told my kids after we walked out of the theater at Endgame that the MCU was done. No, Dad, they got more movies coming out. I said, I know. But I'm telling you, the MCU's done. They've done nothing to recapture that emotional investment, and I think that's Disney's and Feige's biggest mistake. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope you're having a great day. Make sure you hit that like button, the share button, the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thank you guys for being here. And if you didn't see the last video, go check it out. We were also talking about Kevin Feige and what if he left, and had some fun conversation with the great Cameron Pasha. Go back and check that one out. Appreciate all you guys being here. And until next time, take care.